Are you navigating the process of obtaining a license from the Agency for Healthcare Administration? If so, you've probably heard about the 15% operating margin and its impact on your projected profit and loss statement. This video is here to simplify and explain everything that you need to know. Hi, I'm Sandy Leonard. I'm a CPA with extensive experience helping healthcare providers like you understand and navigate this complex process. In this video, we'll focus on just one aspect of the proof of financial ability to operate. It's called the 15% operating margin rule. This rule ensures that the financial projections submitted for applicants are realistic, sustainable, and demonstrate sound financial planning. We'll break down how this rule applies to a single line item and a specific amount on the proof of the financial ability to operate. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to meet this requirement. Here is a key takeaway. If your operating margin, which basically is your net profit, meets or exceeds 15% of your net revenue, ACA will flag it and request a correction. This triggers a letter from ACA called the omission notice or comments, which is effectively a 21-day letter or countdown to submit your response. Let's dive into this formula and break it down step by step. So here's the formula right here. The proof of financial ability is designed to calculate this operating margin using figures from Schedule 6, another form in the proof of financial ability to operate. The first key category is right here, net revenue. This is the revenue after adjustments are made as outlined in Schedule 4. Adjustments are deductions for contractual adjustments, cost of goods sold, charity care, and other relevant items. Simply put, your operating margin is your net profit. Before delving into the analysis, let's take a moment to identify some potential exemptions. While these scenarios are not explicitly stated in the statutes, they're recognized in practice and aligned with the instructions. Nurse registry. This requirement is not mentioned in the instructions. Therefore, it's not required. And this is the practice. So if you're a nurse registry applicant, you don't have to worry about this. For CHOWS, that's a change in ownership. These instructions specifically apply to initial applicants only. So by keeping these considerations in mind, you can better navigate these little nuances of this process. Sometimes applicants exceed the 15% rule because they're already established and profitable. This is good. It's good in the real world. Unfortunately, it has no relevance in your application other than showing that you are experienced. However, in those cases, you may exceed the 15% rule if you include the operations from your other businesses. So what you have to do is you have to do a deeper analysis into your business and just isolate the operations that are specific to what you're seeking the license for. Like any new venture, the first year of operations is typically less profitable than years 2, 3, and so forth. Including revenues unrelated to the specific license application could result in exceeding the 15% threshold, which means you'll be denied and you'll trigger a 21-day letter. So let me give you some examples. If you operate multiple warehouses across Florida, only project the revenue for that location requiring the license. Same logic for physician practices. If you have multiple offices throughout Florida, just the revenue and expenses for that particular office. The same logic applies to home medical equipment providers and specific medical services and healthcare services. The previous section we covered revenue. It's equally important to allocate expenses. I have inserted the instructions right here in black and white, and which basically say allocate your expenses right here. So you have to allocate your expenses. Some key items to allocate would be your administrative costs, salaries and payrolls. Administrative salaries, that's often a very large number. But every applicant is unique, and you'll have different expenses to allocate. So you have to perform a careful analysis of your specific business in developing accurate projections. So, I hope you found this video helpful. If you need specific assistance with preparing the proof of financial ability to operate, feel free to contact me. I'm here to help. Before you go, if you found this content valuable, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel for more insight. Your support means a lot.